front lines, hand in the dirt.
In the trenches.
So what's your mindset for that?
Man, every game, it really start in practice. You know,
Right.
every practice we got to come out there with our mindset that, you know, we're going to beat anybody in front of us, you know. So we just carry that into the game, and, you know, I keep up the intensity. I come out there, like I said, with that attitude that nobody's going to really stop me or stop us, and we just get the job.
He's up and blocked. Knocked down, and of course, it is a live ball running down the sideline. He's got some room. He's got a big blocking crew in front of him. It's finally brought down.
So, you know what I'm saying, Mad City, you know what I'm saying, welcome to the show. You know, that's the one and only board. I got my man Cam.
Yes, sir.
You know what
My
I'm
good man.
saying? Almighty Cam out here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying. First of all, man, congratulations. You know what I'm saying, on graduating Dale State.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Education. You know what I'm saying? Your experience and all that shit, like just being a football player, all the stats, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I appreciate that.
you putting on for the culture, for the city of DC, you know what I mean, all that. So you know what I'm saying?
And Maryland.
Hell yeah, and Maryland too. Can't forget about Maryland, you know what I mean? So like, let's just start it off from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Like, what made you, like, as a young person, you know what I'm saying? Like, what made you start playing sports, you know what I'm saying? Because you from DC, right?
Right, I'm from DC, born and raised. Northwest Washington, DC.
Riggs Park, right?
Riggs Park area. It's northeast of Riggs Park, but
Okay.
Kansas Avenue, KDY side.
KDY.
Area of DC.
I ain't gonna lie, that's some churches up there.
It is what it is.
Like,
it ain't that bad. It ain't the
Nah,
worst.
there's some Migos up there.
It happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
slash
my
your
opinion, I
ass.
look at it too, you know, that shit happen everywhere.
Facts.
You can't get caught up on just one area, so just know you can get murked anyway. You get murked and you lagging anyway.
Nah, that's a fact though. You feel like, you know what I mean, I hope you growing up, like, you know what I mean, just seeing both the negative and the positive.
Oh yeah, no question. Definitely getting to see both sides. I've been in multiple situations that show you like the real side of life.
Yeah.
You know, where you almost like inches away from leaving Earth, like you died or something.
Type shit, yeah, because people
seen,
trying to play with DC,
life
like,
and death
yeah,
situations.
should be
It
real.
happens.
Should be real
It
for
does
real.
happen, and I'm thankful for those experiences because at the same time it taught me a lot about life. It gives you a different appreciation of it. You feel me? When you see somebody pull a gun, you feel me, and you thinking like, damn, like,
Shit, wow, right?
so yeah, multiple shootings, multiple different things. But that again has happened everywhere. A lot of black people feel that way. A lot of people just don't have felt that.
So was like sports like your way to escape all that?
I would say, yeah, that was the original type question, right?
Right,
So,
yeah.
my starting out with sports, my mom, she was definitely huge on. She raised me by herself. Right. That's part of the reason why I ended up moving to Maryland and different places. But she felt like I needed to basically do something with my talent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what you was doing? Like, you was outside type shit?
Well, yeah, you know, you a boy. For one, you feel me? You want to do a lot. You hella energy. You always on 10. You know what I mean? But so you got to find a way to take that energy and transfer it into something constructive. You know what I'm saying? So my mom thought sports immediately, which was, you know, that's a smart decision to do. You know, I'm hella athletic, so she put me in every sport. I ran track, I played basketball, football, wrestling, lacrosse,
you want your ass in the house, like your ass,
tennis.
Your ass is out.
I played everything, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? My mother even, you know, I've done acting, you know what I'm saying? I've acted.
You was acting?
I've acted, you
oh shit.
I've acted.
My man is bad with the Shakespeare.
Definitely, you feel me? So that shit was like a way for me to get a lot of built up energy on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and use it in a positive way. I could have took that energy and just been fighting people. I could have been robbing, running the streets, whatever.
Man,
But
that shit not cool, man.
It's not, and I'm glad my mother definitely, you know what I'm saying, steered me in that right direction from a young age. So, I mean, I knew it was going on.
See, that's the
but
difference
I'm like,
between,
stick with it.
that's the difference between nowadays, cause like, I remember like, cause you know, we run the same age, like shit, like we played down at the same team, Lamont Riggs, you know what I mean, Northeast type shit, shout out to y'all, you know what I mean, but like, everybody, I feel like everybody back in the day was playing some type of sports, like, from everywhere. shit, even like, you know what I mean, like my cousin, nigga from Southwest, a nigga from the gutter, still playing football. You know what I mean? So he was doing this thing too. So I feel like nowadays we kind of missing that. You know what I mean? Like the sportsmanship. But like, what made you stick with football? You know what I mean? Because you know we not the South, but we not the North.
Oh yeah, no question.
Shit.
Definitely
So, like,
not.
but we heavy on basketball, so.
Right, but the basketball is heavy out here too.
Right.
We're not that far from up north. But at the same time, bro, the aggression is what stood out. Basketball wasn't enough aggression for me. I felt like I needed to get on more aggressive than just blocking the shot. I needed to go tackle somebody. I needed to hit somebody. I needed to really feel me. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
So
yeah,
that's how I kind of looked at it. I'm like, I like to run around and make people hurt. Like I like to feel that. The fact that you hurting over a hit I just gave you.
What position were you playing when you was young?
Bro, I used to play linebacker, tight end, wide receiver, wing back. You know what I'm saying? I played a whole bunch of positions. Bro, yeah, and defensively, they really just letting it do whatever. You feel me? Just go get them. You feel me? Type of mentality. And that was my favorite part about playing defense. You just go get them.
And you was playing defense like all your life? Like you never played offense?
I played both. That's what I said.
Okay.
I played tight end. I played wing back. I played a little bit of receiver too. So yeah, I've done all those things. It was all fun. You feel me? I definitely encourage sports. It definitely does something to the character.
Right. You think it influenced like your well-being, like your overall like how you were saying earlier, like your energy. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes. Yeah. Like we young, you know what I mean? So like we still trying to identify ourselves and also our energy too, cause you know we might not know we have bad energy, but we might have bad energy or we might have good energy. You know what I mean? Vice versa. So like
it gives you a way to kind of like decipher and choose which is which.
Right.
Way of understanding that shit basically. It definitely helped me with that. You feel me? Acknowledging certain emotions, identifying certain emotions is a better word. Identifying those certain emotions. Because in football, bro, you get mad, you happy, your emotions change suddenly. One minute you happy, 1 minute you sad, 1 minute you know what I'm saying, nervous, next minute you excited.
Now, was you the one that always, was you like a Michael Jordan? Or Kobe, like was you like on some like, like was you on some like we want to feel like it's fuck y'all type shit or like?
That's me. I fight all the time. You see the helmet right there, man. You got, you know what I'm saying?
That shit.
My thing is, I'm hella competitive, bro. Right. Once we get on that field, you're not my brother, my family. I don't.
Damn, hold on. You're on the same team.
If you lined up against me, we not the same. We not on the same
team.
So, and that's perfectly fine with me. Like, I just go hard for that moment. Like, it's plenty of times I done been in fights in football games. In college, like
college,
like,
we gonna get to the college, you know what I mean? We gonna get to all of that, you know what I mean? But like once you tell us about the time like when you left the city, you know what I mean? And you went to Maryland. Was that like a kind of a culture shock?
You know it's definitely a big change. Definitely a big switch, bro. But see, what I didn't understand is where I was mentally, bro. I was so far ahead, and like the kids that was around my age, I thought differently because I was exposed to more. You feel me? So I wasn't just stuck in just DC growing up. Right. My mom, she worked for the government, so she had multiple like job meetings in different states. So I was able to travel to these different places. You know what I'm saying? With her at a young age, so I saw people from different places. I saw how people move. So yeah, you know, DC was solid.
And exposed more than
it was so much love there. Then I go to Maryland. And you know, you get with people out there, and it's just like, well, we was coming into high school, so everybody was kind of young, still learning themselves.
The shit was different though.
But it was way different. It was way different though. You know what I'm saying?
No justification. This shit was none. Like,
but I mean, even in DC, you feel me? You seeing people from so many different places, right? You feel me too? Because I did a lot of like summer programs in DC, and a lot of like. Different things, going different places in the city. I've been to damn near every museum.
Yeah, Boys and Girls Club was my favorite friend.
So, you know, I shout out to TAPS. I was at TAPS.
You was at TAPS?
Yeah, by American University.
Nah, I ain't been on that one. But I heard of TAPS though, like
Yeah.
Junior Achievement or them.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they bring you through, y'all play sports, do some educational shit, but it really be just about the sports. It's a good time.
Type shit. Yeah.
But yeah, that shit was in the city. You just meet people from different places, so you got a different perspective. So when I went to Waldorf and I went to Maryland, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, people a little different out that way. Like, you know what I'm saying, obviously you got your hyper privileged kids out there, you feel me? And they want to be like the hood kids.
That
They
shit,
wanna be
yeah,
like
that
the
shit
kids
is
from the
funny as
city.
hell.
Yeah,
That shit
yeah,
is
bro.
funny.
And most of the time they just like dick riding or like just riding a wave of what's hot right now.
Like going to LOL and shit, like if y'all don't know, LOL used to be the club and shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That used to be the
And before
spots
that,
and shit.
Icon, my brother
Icon.
place.
What? Icon used to be like that. Everybody used to go to Icon,
Yeah,
all that,
of
bro.
course, niggas
That
be-
shit.
First of all, niggas
Niggas used
be
to
out
get
on it.
stabbed out there. Like,
Yeah, niggas used to be out on it.
Like,
But
shit used to be
at that point in time, it was different, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
you could definitely tell it was a different, it was switching people. But I could honestly say I stayed true to myself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I kept the friends that I kept, you feel me? A lot of people was always questioning, like, why you hanging out with these type of people, X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. Because they my friends.
But then in the moment, did you feel like damn, like, would you still identify yourself, or you was like, you already knew, like, I'm gonna be solid, like,
Yeah, I've always been a loyal type of honest type of person, bro.
Right.
So, you know, niggas would tell me all the time, like, why oh, you hang out with these bitch ass niggas, you must be a bitch. Prove I'm a bitch, you know what I'm saying?
right? So always saying some wild
exactly,
shit, right?
but you feel me?
Whole time they a bitch.
The whole time. But that's a whole other story, but see, and I'm just saying, bro, like, you know, you look at shit like that, and I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
If you my man, you my man. We have our own relationship for a reason. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I value that, and I'm not gonna let nobody tarnish that. Only you can tarnish that.
Nah, you can't do that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's
So-
what I feel.
So how important is, you know what I mean, like, being an athlete in life? Like, how important is that to you?
Okay. Being an athlete was major, bro. Shout out Clark and Ladden. I can
Oh,
honestly say.
shit, this nigga.
Yeah, you might
Hey, bring them checks over, you know what I mean? Bring them checks, you know what I mean?
But definitely, sports is major, man, and that's why I honestly want my kids to do it too. Not only for like the learning standpoint,
Right.
but it opens so many doors.
Yeah, and it keep
So
you out of
many
trouble
doors.
too.
It keep you out of trouble,
You know
definitely.
how many times,
But my
like, I
thing is,
could have.
I would never went to college if it wasn't for football, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up and honestly, bro. I mean, I didn't have a great GPA coming out of high school, but I didn't even start out at the Division I Dale State. I didn't start out there. I started out at Division III.
Right, at Wesley,
You gotta
right?
walk on, right? Wesley College up
Right.
the street.
How was
in
that like?
Delaware. Terrible. It's
Terrible?
Nah, like, no lie, we had fun freshman year. All my dogs,
Damn.
I was with freshman year. We had a great time, bro. But the school itself was just a terrible institution. And that's why I had to transfer, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
after I got up out of there, I went to Dale State, walked on and made the team. It was all up from there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, football itself just opened up so many doors. I would have never been at Dale State.
Right.
Would have
And
never
just-
met you. You see what I'm saying? So,
Well, we met in high school,
but
but
I'm saying again, we would have never met again.
Yeah, that
I
was
met
crazy.
you during camp.
type shit.
Exactly.
That
You
shit
want to
was wild.
visit, and I'm walking through the BOA, and you walking up the stairs of the BOA,
Right.
and I'm like, yo, Buddha, the fuck, like, so that shit right there was just
Yeah,
crazy.
that was crazy, yeah.
I was like, damn, you feel me, like,
But low-key, that moment, though, and I told you this, like, I think a year or two later after that, I told you, like, basically, like the energy, like, how all that shit came together, like, you know what I mean? It was, like, a moment, because, like, I was still trying to find myself at that time.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, just growing around you, and, like, you know what I mean, through all those years, and being in college, like,
yeah.
just, like, damn, like, how
There
it
was a lot of growth
manifests.
with that. There's a lot of
Yeah,
growth
you
that
know what I
happened in
mean?
that time period, definitely.
Like, just
From
being
when I
around
was in
y'all,
college,
like, you,
you
Jesse,
coming in.
Mason, Mike,
Oh,
all
yeah.
y'all, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Shout out
yeah.
to y'all, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely shout out them boys, man. Those some good dudes.
you know what I mean?
We got memories on memories on memories.
Yo, yeah, that shit.
Ain't just me and you.
But the experience, though, you know what I mean? Like, cause you played like in a sort of way every division level, like
Oh, yeah.
D3, D2.
So football
Yeah,
experience.
as far as
definitely.
football, yeah.
Oh man,
Of course.
yeah. D3, like I said, starting out D3, walking on at D1, and then eventually doing grad school at Division II Clark Atlanta. So I had played at every level, and you can definitely, you know what I'm saying, see a lot at each level. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, Clark Atlanta, as far as like how they.
Was that your best school you went to?
That's
That's
why I stopped myself, because I ain't want to say that. But Clark Atlanta, bro,
It's alright, man.
it is.
It's alright.
How do I want to put this?
Look, Atlanta got some good food down there. Oh,
Great fucking food.
great food.
Food is amazing.
What was the place we went to?
I don't know. Somewhere that was fucking amazing. But the point is, the atmosphere around Clark, the whole, like, Morehouse, Spelman, the whole, what do you call that shit? We call that shit,
Just the whole ensemble,
Whatever, bro.
like, just all that excellence, like, just all that potential around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no question.
like
You
growth.
feel that energy, bro. Right there.
But you
like,
also feel Atlanta too, the city. Like,
it's
like
on
you-
top of it. It's amplified.
top. I ain't
So
think
look,
that
Atlanta,
shit was so small.
most could argue is the blackest city in America.
You think
Niggas
black
just
in
say it's the
DC?
new chocolate city.
Oh,
They'll say
it. That's up to y'all.
They'll say it.
That's up to
Look,
y'all.
They'll say it.
That's up to y'all. You know what I mean?
But no, like, really though, like, it's when
Nah,
I
it
went
is
out there,
Wakanda, though.
I
It's
felt
Wakanda.
a lot of black love out there.
Yeah.
And I just recently, last year's Snapchat post, or Instagram post, just popped up from when you came down there. But the AUC is what I meant. The Atlantic University Center, Spelman, Morehouse, and Clark. All three of those schools, bruh, is a lit situation.
Damn.
Most would say a lituation.
A lituation?
I'm telling you, because it's so much going on.
But do you
bro.
feel like it's better like Dale State? We had the MLK popping. Come on, we had the plots popping. Y'all of the yards, the Ville. Come on now.
Homecoming
Don't
itself
play
at
like
Clark,
that.
Atlanta was liver than
Oh,
any
you gonna
event
do
I
that
went to
though?
Dale State at. Other than Field Day. I'm not gonna say that. Other than Field Day.
Field Day.
Field Day.
Technically, I ain't had Field Day
2015.
because they ruined this shit.
Field Day 2015 was a lit situation. I can honestly tell you that because, you know, with so many people out there, people got shot. People died. It's like, nah, people ain't died. Ain't nobody died, but it did get
Hey,
crazy.
be safe though.
Hey, if you got Dale State homecoming, watch out for the Dirty Dovers. They'll be out there.
Oh shit, the Dirty Dovers. You know,
Nah,
that's an
real
airy
rap
tale
though.
though.
Clark Atlanta, that's a real HBCU experience. As far as administration, I don't really care for it. They, you know, do a lot of the same stuff that they do at HBCUs as far as like, you know, steal money and
Right.
just be on some weird stuff like that. And,
So let me ask you a question. You know what I mean? At any time, like when we in any type of game, you know what I mean? Podcast game, rap game, like hustling game, whatever you want to do.
it's hustling.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
follow your dream.
you always, sometimes, like in your head, have you ever had a time like, metaphorically speaking, like you wanted to like hang it up and set out for a year, or like you was always
All the
straightforward, like you was just like nah, like because you've been playing all your life, like since you were little.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you have like a lot of wear and tear?
Wear
on
and
you?
tear, definitely. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely.
You know what I mean? A lot of
I've
trials and
taken
tribulations.
years off. In high school, I only played 1 year my senior year in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't have the grades my junior year. I was in high school. And I, you know, played my senior year.
Right.
Did all right. College, I played at Wesley. And then when I transferred to Dale State, they still had the sit-out rule. So I had to sit out that freshman year. That's
Why is that though? Why you got set up for a year?
NCAA be working niggas, bro. Like, they really just be out here trying to finesse, bro.
So it's true, y'all really don't be getting paid.
They don't do that anymore, bro. They
don't
allow
do that
you,
no more?
if you transfer to the school, you can play right away.
Why
So
when they
it's a
changed
point
that?
of
When they
school.
changed that?
Because they knew that was stupid.
What year they changed that?
Oh, 2016, 2017.
They was probably losing money for.
No, they definitely are, and they still are. You feel me? You look at the news today, the NBA players, or the upcoming NBA players are choosing the G League over going to NCAA routes. At 17, 18, they were signing contracts instead of going to NCAA.
So you think it's cause like it's the money though? Like
Yeah,
You know
hell
what I mean?
yeah.
'Cause that
But
shit-
the NCAA just said too that they're gonna open up, let players make money off their likeliness in 2021.
what does that mean though?
So NCAA football
Okay.
coming back. in 2021. That's all that told me though.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that on this podcast.
That's all I heard.
2021.
From the report, that's all I heard.
That game was
2021,
like that.
they saying that the players can make money off their likeness and off their name.
Okay. But how would that work though? Like, you know what I mean? Everybody got to eat type shit.
So that's the thing. What they don't tell you is in college,
Right.
college players get a stipend check.
Okay, so stipend.
Whether it's at the end of the game or the end of the year.
Oh, my niggas don't know that. That's money you get.
It's money you're getting.
You get money.
Essentially.
Essentially.
And the NCAA was saying you gotta use it for clothes or necessities. But ultimately, they didn't care what you did with the money.
They didn't care.
That's why you got D1A players who be the flyest, the flashiest, because they getting money, bro. If you go to them top schools,
Looking
you
like
getting
Cam
money.
Newton out here.
Yeah, you
with
saw
the
stuff.
hat.
You got the chain, you got the earrings, you doing your thing. And at those top levels, you can afford that. But Dale State stopped giving them out, bro.
How is that? Is that because based on your institution? See, that's
Yes.
See, shit get a little complicated.
Exactly. That's
Get
why I said
complicated.
specifically Delaware State stopped giving them out, and I'm like, that's fishy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I was getting a check at the end of the season.
So you feel like work productivity go down?
well,
Or is it like, you think that's part of the reason?
I ain't gonna lie. With that situation, it sparked some flags in my head. And I was
Okay.
like, you know, what's really going on behind the scenes? And I ain't gonna lie, that might have affected my whole attitude towards, you know, playing there. But at the same time, I didn't let that take away from me, you know, work that I was gonna be on, bro. I was gonna put in the work regardless. I was gonna try and ball out, do my best thing. But it definitely had me, you know, side-eyeing and shit, like, hold on, what's really going on?
Right.
So, yeah.
But, okay, let me know what I'm saying. Like, you feel like in football, like really in sports in general though, you feel like they show favoritism to certain players and miss out on underrated players, like not even on some like, well yeah, even like when you get to college type shit, cause that can really like make it or break it for some people, like mentally type shit.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
So
like
it's a process that I'm familiar with, and I think this happens at every school. But when you get a new coach in a school, his mindset is immediately rebuilt. So in my situation, I came in right when my head coach got there and whatnot, so I was able to try out in front of him, ball out. He saw what I can do. He trusted that.
This at Dell State, right?
Dell State.
Okay.
This at Dell State. He trusted that. He ran with that. And that's why I kind of, you know, made the team and was doing Gucci.
Right.
But if you was a player that was already on the team, it's like they look at you as.
now would you
see
get a
shit.
scholarship? Or
At
you
the
was
first
just you was
time,
walking
walk on, yeah, walk on.
So they definitely looking at you different type
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. But they looking at the players that's already there as like scrubs because they just went 1-10.
Damn.
2-9, or whatever the case.
Right.
So they looking at them as all scrubs. You're gonna get them out of here anyway. So, and then that might not necessarily be the case. Most times they be ballers. It just be the scheme, the system, in which we had a lot of dogs at Dell State, but the coaching staff just didn't know how to handle that, didn't know how to manage that, and that's why we continue.
But I feel like, cause I witnessed this. Like, I seen how like it's not even showing favoritism, but like I seen like when you came on the field with your like your teammates and shit, the energy changed because like it's like alright now we focus type shit, and I feel like it's because like how you said you determined, you got that mentality.
Me specifically?
You specifically, yeah.
Okay,
And
so
it kind of like influenced the whole team, like your energy.
I appreciate that.
I seen it, like they was, you know what I mean, they was on some bullshit, and
I
you came on,
appreciate
niggas like, what's
that
up?
means a lot,
Like,
though. That means a lot. That
you
means
know
a
what I
lot.
mean?
'Cause
So
that's
that-
literally what I wanted to do every time, bro. I just wanted to go out there, win, ball out for the team.
Right.
I literally, bro, they all know. All of my teammates can tell you, bro, I'd lose an arm for them. You feel me? We don't went to war together, so I look at all of them as some sort of like family or brother. you
Type
feel me?
shit.
So, yeah, bro, like I put that shit on my shoulders every game, you feel me? Like, I will always go do the most, 110% every game.
What's the craziest game you had, like playing undergrad?
Oh, so not that Clark. but-
Not at Clark yet, cause
Okay.
Clark graduated. We gonna get the
So
Clark.
undergrad, we talking motherfucking. Maybe the block punt at Mama. It's on my highlight tape. You feel me?
Okay, you gonna check his highlight tape out?
You might have to edit that play in there. Real quick. You feel me? Just to do that to him. But I blocked the punt against Monmouth University at Dale State, and you can even see it on the film, bro. Like when I blocked it, everybody go crazy in the whole stands on the field. It was a different energy, like you just said, and it was just so much like love. Like I've never seen Dale State.
Was
so
that
hyped
in school that year? What year was this?
Monmouth, yeah, he was in there. It's
I'm
2016.
about to say I went to y'all games for like, you know what I mean, got the you know what I mean, got
shoes. Yeah, that one moment right there, like blocking that punt, and then my man Brock from Florida, he scooped it up and scored on the same play.
Shout out to Brock, man.
Yeah, shout out to Brock. But that definitely was one of those tough plays in my career. I ended up blocking, I think.
What was your worst moment in undergrad?
In football or just in undergrad?
In football.
I mean, I guess you could say it was the worst moment is when I broke my hand my senior year of undergrad at Dale State. First game of the season. First play that I'm in the game. A lot of people don't know I was suspended for camp up until the first game.
Type shit.
So I wasn't starting. So my first play was on punt block.
So you had to work your way back up.
Yeah, my coach made me work back up. He didn't.
How you feel in that moment though? Like you was
I felt motivated, bro. I don't let that shit.
Did you feel disrespected though? Like damn, like.
Of course, obviously that's there. Yeah, definitely.
Cause you was senior at the time.
A senior and a sophomore was now starting.
Wow.
And that's my little bro.
Coach did you dirty though.
He did me dirty. He did me. But you know, again, that's just fuel to the fire. You feel me? I just use that shit as motivation. So that game, I went out there, had a great game. I balled out, did my thing. But like I said, the first play on punt, we punt the ball off. I'm running down there to go tackle the dude. I knock a dude down that's trying to block me.
Right.
And you know, we getting this freak little fall, and I end up breaking my hand. First play, but I played the whole game. That's the thing. You can see the scar from surgery, but I ended up playing the whole game. You know what I'm saying?
You got the Terminator arm.
Yeah. So you know, I was motivated. I didn't get the starting jump, but I was like, every time I'm out there, they gonna know I need to be starting. Like you feel me? Like they gonna feel me, and that motivated me. You feel me? My coach, I could give him that, bro. He always did something that would just add fuel to the fire with me, bro.
Right.
And,
so what gives you motivation, you know what I'm saying, to keep you going? Like what thing you
the doubt, bro. The doubters, bro. I've been doubted all my life. I've been an underdog all my life.
Really?
Yeah, like I said, D3 walked on. I didn't have not one scholarship offer coming out of high school. And even my senior year of high school, I had to fight to be the starter on that defense my senior year, because you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't play my junior year. I didn't even play my junior year. So I'm coming in my senior year of high school, trying to make the team, trying to start so I can get some film.
Right.
And I ended up starting. I don't get enough to get me to a scholarship, but it gives me an opportunity at D3 Wesley College.
Right.
I said, shit, I can make it here. I know I can make it at Dale State sorry ass team. Let me go try out over there. No cap, that's what it was. You feel me? So I went out there when Coach Blunt was there. And got good with them and worked out, but definitely the doubt, bro. Like I was working out at that first year that I got to Dale State, that red shirt year when I transferred, I was in the wellness every night consistently. Like we'll go out party in the MLK, like you said, to see that situation.
Come on, you know,
MLK lit. We went out there and hell yeah, Chick-fil-A and Grill was lying long as fuck out the door,
and I'm in that bitch.
And we niggas in that going swiping.
Oh yeah, swipes all day.
Some motherfucking, you know, yeah, bro. Like, just that motivation. Like, I'm gonna make this team.
Right.
Come that spring. I didn't come here just to be a regular student. I came here to play football, get a scholarship, do my thing. And plus, on top of that, bro, I was noticing the shorties. For one, they ain't gonna really fuck with you because you a regular dude. Like, you ain't what's special about you. Just a regular
I thought all the athletes get the.
Bro, but I'm talking about before I made the team.
Oh.
Before I made the team.
When you were at Dale State.
Well, when my red shirt year, exactly, at Dale State.
Start saying, like, yeah, that shit different.
Dale State got some beautiful ladies, definitely. So at the time, I'm like, you know, dang, it's bad Jones left and right. And at the same time, I'm noticing, shoot, they probably got 100 dudes coming up to them a day talking to them. Don't nothing make them, you know, any of these dudes stand out. So, man, let me hurry up, get on the team, ball out, get my name out there. So that was, you know, all that was in my head at the time, you feel me?
But at the most important, you know what I'm saying, it's still about education, right? Like,
Oh yeah, no question.
you know what I mean? Even though, you know, niggas turn up. I ain't gonna lie, college, you turn it up. Like,
Yeah.
nobody's just saying. Nobody's just saying.
Because the school shit is so hard about it. It ain't the easiest shit, so you gotta turn up.
Right, you in the country
To
and
let
shit,
go of the pain.
Dover,
You
all
in the middle of
trees.
Dover, it's not nothing else to do, y'all. It's nothing else to do.
Oh yeah, what's the club they had? Allure and shit?
Allure, and before that it was Bubba's.
Oh yeah, Bubba's. That's what this shit was. Nah, you know Bubba's was lit.
So it was lit. I couldn't get to Bubba's because I wasn't 21. That was my only issue. When niggas was going to Bubba's,
I couldn't.
when it was really lit at Bubba's,
21,
I
yeah.
was 20. And that was blowing. I'm like, I can't even get in the club.
Man, you ain't trying to fuck with you. Yeah, bro.
It wasn't.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like, alright, so then you graduate, you know what I mean? Graduated from Dale State, like I said,
Yeah.
congrats.
Thanks.
Then you went
Dale State of Mind.
down to the South,
I did. I took that.
85 South.
Yeah,
You
man.
went to Atlanta.
The great thing about the injury, the surgery that I had my senior year, I was able to red shirt and get another year of eligibility back
Okay.
to play football.
No, is that like a loophole? Like,
No.
can anybody do that?
Well, this is my suggestion, and just my suggestion to all the young students,
All the athletes out there.
If you can red shirt, do that shit. Do that shit. Seriously. That is an extra year that you could potentially get paid for because you're an athlete. Essentially, if you think about
Right.
it. Because you have that extra year to play a sport, a school will pay for you to go there.
Now, what's red shirt for people who don't?
Okay, so red shirt is basically when you take a year that you were supposed to be playing your actual sport,
Okay.
and you sit out. You don't play any reps. You don't get any snaps.
You
You don't
just
get
there
any
type shit.
nothing. No time, no clock, no nothing. You sitting there. You just practice with the team. No actual game time. You red shirt, sit out a full academic year, and then you're eligible to play that following year.
But college paying for you, like the school paying for you.
If they like you or not. My thing was my first red shirt
Pay
year.
for people, man.
When I went to Dale State my first year, I had to pay.
college.
I had took out loans. I took out loans for my first year to go to Dale State.
So you had to gamble.
I gambled on me.
Right, you gambled.
Exactly.
You invested.
Exactly. I said I gotta make the team. That's why I was in the gym.
And
so
don't you
often.
feel better?
I do.
Low key, cause you earned it.
I
You
do.
worked for it. You
I
earned
do.
it. It feel way more better.
Yeah, it does. And
You know
you
what I
know,
mean?
I didn't realize it until even probably right now.
Type shit. Yeah.
That is a definite accomplishment because it's like, you know, I told myself at that time, yeah, I'm going to make this team to get.
But you know, we live
A
in a
scholarship.
time. We live in a time now, like a lot of people now, especially us young people, we lacking gratification. Like we want it right then. We want that instant. We want
Right.
it instant.
Right.
But
Everything's so
you
quick.
saw the vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we was just talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, how your father, like with the house, like, you know, like, nah,
Oh, yeah.
don't sell it.
Yeah.
Type shit. Like, so you always had that vision.
And I gotta shout out, you know, my mother for that. Just the fact of me being basically like an only child with her. She's always been. My mother's, you know, relatively older than
Right.
most parents that, you know, have kids my age.
Right.
So she gave me like a way more wiser perspective on life and certain things that's going on out here. So I was able to apply that just dealing with her, and then it made me look at my relationships with people differently, my
Right.
friendships with people differently. So,
I feel like you got old soul. Lord.
oh, no question, no question. I mean, I've been around old people all my life, bruh. So
I have too.
that's why we click like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you been around older people who've been through shit and done
Yeah.
things, you can pick up on that experience. You
Right.
don't have to go through it if they've been through it for you. You feel me? Like all my I got cousins and older brothers that are in their 30s and close to 40.
You feel like they gave you an advantage or a disadvantage? Because some people, especially like, because like you coming from the city, then you going to Maryland. So how we were just talking about some people, Maryland back in that day act a little different.
Oh yeah, no question.
So like, you know, like
Waldorf
they
is
might
a
have.
suburb. Waldorf is a suburb.
It's a
I'm
suburb.
letting you know, it's a suburb, but you
It's a
can't
suburb.
get murked in Waldorf. Do
Suburb.
not think it's sweet. Niggas get killed out in
It's
Waldorf.
home invasion
It's
out
simple.
there.
My
It's
man
fucking-
just got killed just a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Standing outside on 420.
Okay, they
On
sell
420,
just like
bro.
everywhere in the middle of America. They sell crack everywhere. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah, you will get shot.
Look,
You
but
will
yeah.
get murked.
Anyway, you know what I mean? Like how I was saying, yeah, like that old soul influenced you. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Gave you an advantage.
It gave me perspective, bro. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I've always looked at it as from like a plan perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm gonna plan my steps out. A lot of people are impulsive and just act off of how they feeling in the moment.
Right.
That's not really me. I like to step back when I'm in the moment and analyze the whole scenario.
That's hard though for some people though.
Oh, it's hard.
How you get like that though?
Just time, bro. Like I said, dealing with a mother, you feel me, that's older.
Right.
And me personally, I think as a person, I'm not dumb. You feel me? I'm very smart and I listen and I fucking analyze shit.
Right.
So even if I'm not saying too much, I'm listening. I'm watching. You feel what I'm saying? And I see the things going on in my life. I'm not just out here walking a blindless, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even paying attention. I'm not tunnel vision. I'm seeing everything going on around me. And that right there kind of just added to my whole understanding.
Do you feel like, cause like again, like your experiences, because like you going different places, like at the same time, and like seeing things like this input in your mind, you know what I mean, learning new things instead of just being complacent, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Complacency.
Oh, that was a beautiful thing,
Nah,
bro.
like,
That's a beautiful thing. A lot of people have
not
this
the move,
stuck
bro.
in place mindset, bro, where they don't see anything outside of DC or they don't see anything outside of Maryland.
Yeah.
And it's a much bigger world than that, bro.
Big world.
You
Trust
gotta
me.
understand that
Big
like
world.
your purpose is bigger than just the little shit that you think you're dealing with, bro. So once I kind of understood that, again at a young age, I couldn't properly, come to that realization.
When you was young?
When I was young.
Yeah.
When I was young. You know, when I moved to Maryland and I was out there with all them boys in Maryland, it was just like, you know, it was like I was at odds with myself. I'm trying to really figure things out, and I'm on my own. I don't have nobody to like guide me. I don't have no role models. You feel me? I'm the type of person that didn't have no role models growing up.
No OGs, no nothing. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly. You feel me? So I'm out here just peeping things as it happens to me and as it happens to the people around me.
Yeah, that's how it is now though. Like a lot of people just the same way, no role models, no guidance. And like I was just saying, like on Twitter the other day, like it started off with the parents. Like the parents don't know something. What make you think the child gonna know something?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the child, like just following the footsteps that's older than the
He don't
person.
even know that he getting lost.
Right, don't even know.
He don't even
The
realize.
door wide open, the mother went outside, he gonna follow the mother.
Yeah, no question, bro.
You know what I mean? So it's so hard, you know what I mean? That's why like in college, like anybody can say this, like it don't gotta be a month. Like a month in college, you mentally change, you physically change because you in a different environment. Like I remember I went to Dale State, it was too different. Like I was like, damn, like I ain't like it at first, but at the same time, I seen like, yeah, let me get this right. What we learning today?
It's
Okay,
a growing
boom.
experience. Yeah.
Right, that's why everybody who know me in class, I was being serious in all them economics,
Well, for
social.
one, you paying for that shit.
Everybody
you
paying for that shit.
Bullshit.
I might come in a little smack, but hey,
bullshit.
I'm still paying for this shit. Give me my refund, $2,095.
You can't bullshit
Can't bullshit.
at all.
You can't
yo.
bullshit.
You putting money into that shit. First of all, that shit is debt, Mason.
That shit is dope.
If you gonna be in debt, at least get the degree.
Get this degree. But like, you know what I mean, like other than college and you know what I mean, degrees and all that's in the reality of it is time still going on and like people still living their life, regardless of college or not.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But I seen you on Instagram the other day, you know what I mean, you was fixing up your old house in your neighborhood, you know what I mean, renovating it, cause I remember like 3 years ago, it was so that's kinda see how
You was
time
over there when my
flying.
father was over there, yeah.
Type
Yeah,
shit,
he
you
was
know
over
what I
there,
mean?
My father was over
And
there.
we was talking about like real estate, and, like real estate is the way, you know what I mean? Like it's just
It is. Now you about to get into some gems that you about to spill for your followers and your following. I'm serious.
Canada man, go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to talk about real estate, that's giving real life gems. You feel
No,
me? And I
for
feel
real.
like honestly, everybody should be.
Do you
at
feel like
least
that's the way
researching
for
it.
financial freedom?
Oh man, for me it is. It might not be that for you or you or you. Nigga, but for me it is, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I feel like that's something I'm about to really seriously invest in because, again, if everything with the government ended today,
Right.
if there was no currency, no government, the only thing that would be here is land. That's the only thing that would matter. And that's the only thing I would say about it. If that don't pique your interest, then you're not even thinking in that right now, right?
But some people are like, why lead the hood though?
Well, buy the hood. Why not buy the hood? You feel me?
We do gotta buy our hoods back, man. We don't even own our
buy the
hood.
hood. Exactly.
We
You over
own
there
that
dying
shit.
over a block that
Right.
you don't even own.
Right. You dying over some white man ass block.
Yeah, you pay rent there and you just died trying to protect it because that's your hood.
Should be wicked for real.
Yeah, no question, bro. So
You be
it's a game.
surprised. You be surprised some of these old neighborhoods just be white infested.
Oh,
And now they got black.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And like
You
this to
paying rent.
change.
If you don't own, brother, you ain't paying a mortgage and you out there fighting for your life every time over there. Man, come on, bro.
That shit now. Where
Let's
the
elevate. You feel me? We gotta elevate things. We at a point in time now in life where a lot of things are uncertain. You say that. A lot of things are uncertain right now in society. This is the perfect time for that fucking.
But they be thinking this shit like
Mindset
this the
start
move
clicking.
right here. This shit, motherfucking computer. They think all this shit be having all the information. Like you gotta look. They said like this, like if you wanna have something from a nigga, put it in the book, which means read a fucking book. You feel me? Go outside and do the experience.
No question.
You know what I mean? Cause you'll feel more better over time telling the story than you being in the story. You feel me? So it's like, that's how I see it, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying change your life or whatever, but you know what I mean? We all human, we ain't no fucking saint, but at the end of the day, we trying to change our lives and we trying to make goals out here, you know what I mean? Shit, like I'm trying to get in that shit too. Cause like, that shit the move, like, that longevity. Like I just said, like, this is different now, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just seeing a lot of things. Cause like as far as like I said, like it's cause I played sports a little bit too, and like sports did help me out. And life type shit, it got me more focused, more determined, more driven to do some shit. Like we know people who never played sports day in their life, who never did no type of physical activity. You know what I mean? They not highly productive.
Sports builds character.
Go ahead.
Let me say that off rip. It builds character. You learn about winning, you learn about losing.
Right.
That's life. That's a life lesson. You can't win every time.
You're not gonna win every
You're
time.
not,
You're
bro.
not.
And so you gotta learn how to manage that loss. Are you gonna let that loss be your last loss because you tapping out? Or you gonna learn from it? You gonna let that loss be a lesson? And then you gonna bounce back from it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's the whole thing. Shout out Nip, man. Y'all hear Nip on the motherfucking music, man.
Ah, my man
He
got the
talking about
wine
that
out
shit,
here,
man. Yeah,
singing
yeah,
the Mayo, you know what I mean? We usually drink Douce, but you know what I mean? Hey, Hov, give us a Douce, man, you know what I mean? Jadakiss voice, you know what I mean? Because of quarantine and shit. But you know, how you feeling about this corona shit, you know what I mean? This coronavirus. I know this shit wicked.
The coronavirus is very wicked, bro.
I give it 2 more months.
The issue I have is that nobody knows. Nobody knows. This is the first time in my lifetime that there's been uncertainty about the future.
But they had to control. How is it? Like I told my man this other day. How can you control a mass amount of people in a limited time? You gotta basically put them in fear of something that's unknown. You fear what you don't know. So like,
okay. I see what you're saying. Are you stemming from as far as like this is some sort of like conspiracy, or as something underlying and going on behind the scenes?
as far
Behind
as
the curtain?
as far as like I'm gonna say it like, cause like when I mean by like mass amount of people, I mean like just the average person. Like the average person not really looking into it that deep. But they don't know what's going on, just like how you just said.
Right.
People didn't know about the corona. When it first came out, they like, what's corona?
You're right.
So when the government put the stigma on a negative stigma, because they're not telling anything positive about it, so people gonna fear it, because you don't know. If you know about the corona, you're not gonna really fear it.
Right.
Hence the conspiracy theory, people with theorists, you know what I mean, the health people, they come in, they like, yeah, it's good, it's bad, even though they don't really know, and how can we listen to them? So that even gives some people more fear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
so it's kind of rocky, you know what I mean? But
So see, I feel as though, I don't know.
give it by November, we gonna find out.
I ain't gonna give everybody everything, you feel me?
They gonna find out who gonna win
Be
this
on the
election
tour,
though
man.
too.
When I
Trump
get my
or-
podcast, you're gonna dive really in depth to this.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the podcast. What you?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to get
Let's
into
talk about the
too much.
podcast,
I
Cam.
don't want to get into too much. But
Hey,
it's
he
something
joining the podcast.
I am, right? I finally joined in the whole thing.
Hey.
My point is, though, I want to get out information, bro. I want to get out current event information. You know what
Hell
I'm saying?
yeah.
I want to get out a lot of those facts that people aren't really getting. You know what I'm saying? And also on top of that, make it relatable. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people with their outlets only kind of work for a certain group of people.
Right.
Not everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm really working for the people that's like myself, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they need to understand this shit from another perspective that they can understand.
Right.
But definitely podcast coming soon. After this show, me and Booty gonna chop it up actually about some brainstorming ideas, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm seriously.
So you know what that mean? I mean, more Duce, more cameras,
Yeah.
more action. You know what I mean?
Like, we already doing it different this time. You see, we got different angles.
Come
coming
on
from
now,
the
you
camera,
know what I
man.
mean? You know what I mean?
So-
And make sure y'all catch my new show coming up.
Extreme lighting, you know what I'm saying?
Extreme.
Lighting is like that, you know what I'm saying? So
Hell yeah, you know what I mean? We didn't even get into the part with how you about to be a cameraman too, like, you know what I mean? Your aesthetics
photography, yeah.
and the love of art.
yeah, I like taking photos, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how that's my expressive art.
Right.
It's through photography. I like capturing moments. Y'all can add me. I don't know if you can put this on the video, but drop my little Instagram name below.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah, we
Camera.
can do all that.
With a K _ visions. That's my photography page. I post what I feel, essentially. And I post great angles, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's all perspective. Life is about perspective.
Right.
So I take my pictures from a certain angle or perspective.
Right, because we went out Cali, yeah, them pictures looking
You
dope.
fucking with them?
Yeah, it was like some,
Man, appreciate you,
some
bro.
San Andreas.
That's what I'm saying. I've always felt like photography's been a big part of my life since, you know what I'm saying, I was young. I've always had a camera. You feel me?
Right.
This camera that we're using is my newer camera, but I've had one of the older VHS type joints.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
it was a camcorder.
Big ass
Called the camcorder. What you talking about? And I be using that. And
Right.
we be making little movies on the street. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Right there on Kansas Avenue. But it's always been something I kind of fuck with genuinely. Something I'ma always probably do. Like I said, capturing moments is everything, bro. I feel like that's
Right.
all we have in life, bro, is the moments.
And your
bro.
experiences.
It's your experiences, which is
Tell a
actually your
story.
moments. All that is the same, bro.
Right.
These moments, they don't last forever.
They don't.
You feel me? So you
don't,
get them
man.
while you can, bro.
We have so many moments like we don't even know about for real. That makes it even like crazy for real.
Oh yeah.
You know
Just
what I
try and keep track of them.
mean? Hell yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? But you know, it's the one and only Buddha. You know what I mean? I got my man's Cam here. You feel me? And this the one and only show, Mad City. Here we